time is 5:30 in the morning, and we're just leaving right now for Sointula.
Got a little soul, the world is a cold, cold place to be. Want a little warmth, but who's gonna save a little warmth for me? We know the fire awaits, unbelievers, all of the sinners the same. Girl, you and I will die, unbelievers bound to the tracks of the train. If I'm born again, I know that the world will disagree.
Sointula is a small town on Malcolm Island, which is located off the east side of northern Vancouver Island. The community still has a large population of Finnish people, descendants of the original settlers. Sointula is known for its beauty and peacefulness, but also the story that goes along with it, of brave Finnish immigrants looking for a better life.
But should I be? Is this the fate that...
This is the area known as downtown Sointula. It is home to the few stores the town has. Most of the shops are only open 4 to 5 days a week and close very early. This gives the people what they need while keeping the quiet, rustic feel.
See the sun go down, it's going on.
This is the Upper Crust Bakery, which sells a variety of Finnish goods along with other food made fresh daily. I talked to the owner, and she told me she loved living in Sointula because of the sense of community and how safe it is. This is what makes Sointula attractive for many people. It really is a place for people who want to get back to nature or people who want to bond with the people who live around them.
I'm not excited, but should I be?
This is the Co-op store. It's been running since 1909. A cooperative store is like a normal grocery store, but members of the community share in the shop's profits and losses. Since its founding, the co-op has been the heart of the Sointula community and is the oldest cooperative store in British Columbia. This is the Sointula Museum, which I would call the main attraction because it's filled to the rafters with historical artifacts surrounding the story of Sointula. I interviewed Lynn Dow, a museum volunteer, and read various archives. The story is as follows. In the late 19th century, Finnish people began to immigrate to Canada because they were being discriminated by the Russians. And in Canada, they were being mistreated once again in the Dunsmuir mines on Vancouver Island. The conditions were terrible, and the workers were getting paid next to nothing. Matti Kurkka was a Finnish writer with strong socialist ideas. He wanted to build a utopian society where Finnish people could finally be free. He wrote a newspaper called the Aika, which he used to promote his utopian dream and ideas, such as equality for women, which at the time was a very ahead idea.
There she said goodbye to the shore.
Matti Kurkka was very charismatic, and the Finns in Nanaimo followed him. They now all shared this vision of a perfect utopia where everything would be equal. Led by Kurkka, they created the Kavlin Kansa Colonization Company and were given Malcolm Island.
On my cheek feels like a forest.
Arriving on the island, it was covered in trees and they had to build the civilization from the ground up. Life was very hard at the beginning, since the settlers had no luxuries after expecting a perfect world. But Matti Kurkka always stayed positive and had very extravagant ideas of how amazing and self-sufficient Sointula would become. Yet in 1903, 2 years after the people arrived, tragedy struck. A fire killed 11 people, which was a lot for the small amount of settlers that were living in Sointula. The fire destroyed a lot of their supplies, and it was the breaking point for many people. Things continued to go downhill after that, and in 1905, the Catalan Cansa officially disbanded. About half of the settlers left Sointula, and half stayed. It seemed that the unrealistic dream of this utopian society was gone, but the sisu, or spirit, of people who remained still lingered. The determined and hardworking fans never gave up on this new world for themselves. They now had a chance for a fresh start, to follow a much more practical goal, which was to simply make a better life. And from that point, Sointula evolved into what it is today.
We are fresh strawberries.
This is Andy Anderson's boat building shed. He showed us around and we discussed his family's part in Sointula's main industry, commercial fishing. This is his grandfather in 1914. He built boats and so did his dad. The boat that would in the future belong to my dad and grandpa, named the Fisher Boy, saved Andy Anderson's life when his appendix burst, and the Fisher Boy was the only boat that could get him back to the hospital in time. It and hundreds of other boats were built right in Sointula. This is a fishing drum. Larry Jarvis of Sointula was the first to use it, rather than pulling in the net by hand. In summer 2013, a Finnish theater group made a musical about Sointula, Matti Kurkka's life and the daily life of the settlers. It was called Culture Shock, Utopian Dreams, Hard Realities. It performed at a conference which sold out in Sointula. Sointula is still the close-knit community it has always been. The general vibe is very friendly and peaceful. It has a large population of volunteers and neighbors who are willing to help each other. Arriving in Sointula, you encounter the perfect blend between history and the present.
Something to believe in that could give us more. But here's my answer.
And in the daylight we could hitchhike to Maine. I hope that someday I'll see without these frames. And in the daylight I don't pick up my phone, 'cause in the daylight anywhere feels like home. And in the daylight.
Since the beginning, the story of Sointula has been there for anyone who searched far enough to find it. Those who want a BC history lesson that will teach them the values of trial and error, solidarity and determination will find just that. Like a secret treasure, this little town has a much richer story than you'd expect it to have. Maybe a utopia wasn't what Matti Kurkka wanted. Maybe it was the good things that came along with it. It was the togetherness, equality, safety, and spirit that stayed long after the dream of the utopia was gone, what Sointula has become, rather than what it was supposed to be. I would like to think that if Matti saw what his community became, he would be happy. A society where absolutely everything is equal isn't realistic, but Sointula proved that striving for a place where freedom and togetherness thrive definitely is. Thank you.